Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, and today we're doing a little late of an upload. I forgot it was Friday, and time for us to do our Free It Friday video. Today we're doing, I guess I'd call it like a partial Free It Friday, because I've already cracked these guys open, and trying to get them back in the pack sometimes can be challenging, even though they're just a cardboard card and a blister pack. I will show you some of them come off all the way, and then I can't even reuse the packages because the glue was so thin. But a lot of these, what happens is the insert with the car in it gets glued behind the top part of the blister, so the insert can't pull out. So you got to hold this up and then take your car out, but trying to put the car back in there, it rubs the wheel and stuff like that, which I don't want it to do it because it may break the chassis or something like that, or bend an axle. Probably not bend an axle, but it could break the chassis because, as you know, these lowriders are fairly fragile. From Revell, you have to be careful with them. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this one that I have here in my hand. I'll get the car in a second. This is basically probably like the grill piece of the 64 Chevys from Revell. There's some other 64s that go for pretty big money. This one, though, is my favorite because it kind of looks like a stock Impala with the way they did the paint job. It's this guy here. As you can see, it's just a straight up gray metallic with a red metallic roof and a red interior. All the trim is done in gold. The emblems, the side trim, all of it is gold. Rear bumper, and then it has the custom plate that says 6'4", which is really cool. And like all of them, the trunk opens, but this one has gold pumps, where most have just silver painted pumps, and a whole gold grill and front bumper. Very nicely done. And then your plastic base with your adjustable suspension front and rear. So, as I said, that is kind of like a grill piece for the 64 Chevys from Revell. That one goes for way over $100 when you do find them. And I have a couple other grill pieces coming up later this next week. I'm sorry. But today we're taking a look at a few of them. Another one, you may have seen this if you're into the lowrider diecast. Now, this is the Amigo pack. This is like the series that they just started, the big and little, with the S10 lowrider. You got this 63 Chevy kit, and then there was a little lowrider that was in this window here. And I know my view is not that big here, so it's kind of hard to see the whole box, but you get the idea. So, anyways, where this kit is actually not that hard to find. What's hard to find is a kit with the lowrider, the diecast lowrider still in it. And I was able to track one down, and here he is. Beautifully done car. It's like a metallic gold, green, but the metallic is like gold and silver metal flake. It's really cool. And it has a picture of an Aztec Indian logo there on the hood, and the graphics are kind of different than most. Like, you have multiple different colors on it, and just the way the car is done, it just looks really good. Gold wheels, but all chrome trim, opening deck, and it has, as I mentioned, silver pumps. I think this Impala is the only one I have that has gold pumps. My maroon Riv that we'll take a look at some other day, I think my maroon 71 boat tail has gold pumps too, possibly, because it has all gold trim and gold Daytons on it too. But yeah, this guy here is really hard to find. This one does not come up very often. Neither does this one, but there are a few still on eBay, but they want way too much for them. There's like one that has a yellow blister where you can't even see the car, and they want $165, which is crazy. That car is worth what a loose one would be, probably like 80 bucks or something. And then there's another one that's, I guess, on a mint card for 200. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. But this guy here, I've seen a couple, but they usually are gone as soon as I see them, gone within that day, or they want a lot of money for them. I don't even know if there's one available on eBay right now. So that's a tough one to come across. Another one that has two different paint jobs, or actually two different colors, like A and B, kind of like Auto World does. Here is this, I think it is, I forget the name of this guy. I have the card here. Let me find it for you guys. Yeah, Chica de Oro. And it has a picture of the woman on the hood with pink, like, I don't know, twisted ribbon down the side of the car. I used to have the gold one in the Philippines. I did not know there were two versions of it, a white one and a gold one. This white one used to have the adjustable suspension. If you notice on the bottom of this car, it is a stock Revell base, and the wheels are Auto World wire spokes from one of their Lincoln Lowriders. So this is just like kind of a fill-in my diorama to set in the background, just in like a group of Lowriders, with it just setting in a regular stance because it doesn't do anything anymore, but it does have the pumps and everything in the trunk. But this one here, it still has the full functioning suspension. And same car, just one's gold metallic, one's white, and I really dig the gold metallic. And as I said, it is a little sentimental because this is one of the ones I had when I lived in the Philippines. Not the exact same, well, it's the same model, but not the one that I had, that particular one. But I was able to replace it. The only one I got to replace now is the Joker, not the Joker, but the Jester, Monte Carlo, that has the purple lavender panel paint job on the side, and it's like a dark maroon purplish color. I have the green one now, but I don't have the maroon one, and they made a keychain version of it. That's the one that I had in the Philippines, where the deck doesn't open, it's just sealed closed or screwed closed. So that is another one that's a little tough to find, but not impossible. They go for somewhere around like 40, 50 bucks. I know people want more sometimes, but they just don't pull that. Now the car that got the chassis from this is something that I was thinking about doing, because some of them, I mean, as I mentioned, they have A and B release, or they just don't have like a really cool paint job. So I like the stock looking cars with the hydraulics and stuff on them. So here is one of the stock 64 Chevys from Revell with the original ad and the article printed out with it and such. And it happened to be this gray one. And the gray, the 64 Impala and the 63 Impala use the exact same base from Revell. There's no differences. So it worked out really good, where I took the stock base and wheel swapped it and put on this car. Then I put the base with the switches on this guy here. So it's an Impala SS with the hydraulics and such. And it looks really cool with that dark charcoal gray metallic and a black interior. Gold Dayton's chrome trim. Looks very cool. So that's what happened with that one. So, and this is a tough one to find. Finding the regular releases of the Impalas and the Monte Carlo are tough to do. And some people want a huge amount of money for them, but if you shop around, you can get them for like 15 or 20 bucks a piece. It just, the people that are asking 60, 70, 80, or even sometimes 100 bucks a piece for them are out of their mind. They're not getting that. They're just asking that. Now, another one that I have here is this guy here, the 64 Chevy Impala, the Tangerine Dream. I love the name of the car, and I love the car. They just lack detail on this one. It's kind of like I think it's called Purple Rose 61 Chevy. They didn't even do any detail on the trim or not even the door handles. I actually took a silver Sharpie and touched on the door handles a little bit so it had some detail on the side, but it doesn't have the side trim, which it should have. It doesn't have the trim around the tail lights, nothing. So they were really chinsed on this one, and it's just such a cool release too, with that candy tangerine metallic and the darker insert pattern style paint job with the white interior, with the tangerine inserts, gold Daytons, and it's a 64 Chevy, and they lacked on the detail. That's just so sad, but I at least had to do the door handle so it had some kind of detail there. I don't think I'm going to try to do around the windows and stuff, but the door handles helped it a little. So, and some people, they do remove the side trim from their cars because they don't want the side trim to take away from the paint job. So that could also be a possibility. That does happen on a lot of lowriders. The trim is shaved so you can lay out your murals and things like it's a big canvas on the side of the car. Now, the last one that we're taking a look at today, guys, is another one that's tough to find, but it's not really that expensive. It's another 40 to 50 bucks. And I know that's a high, but compared to some of them that are well over 100 bucks, that's not a bad deal. The 40 to 50 range. It is a 63 Impala Aztec Sunrise, and it is a pretty car. It's done in a hot pink with the Aztec pyramid, like at the Rollins near Mexico City. Very cool. And they did a blue insert on white seats to kind of go along with the blue highlights around the Aztec pyramid. And just the paint job itself is cool, different colors, and has multiple things going on. And such. I don't know on the bottom if that's supposed to be like barbed wire in these inserts here. Then you have your trim highlighted with a blue, and then some other patterns going on there, and some other pinstriping done on the deck lid and on the B pillars. Too low on the plate, that's cool. Chrome Daytons and detailed trunk compartment with the pumps and the batteries. Very cool car. So yeah, I'm ecstatic to have these cars in my collection. I've been wanting to get back in the lowriders for a long time, and I just thought it was long overdue. So, as I mentioned before, I got rid of some of the stuff in my collection to make room and make money to buy these lowriders, because they are not cheap. That's for sure. But here's a handful of them that I've got, and I have a lot more coming up for you guys. We still have to take a look at some Rivieras, some 70 Monties, 77 Monties. And then we have another 63 Chevy coming. I hope the paint's nice. It's the sapphire blue one. That's probably the grail of the 63 Impalas. And then the 81 Cadillac, we have a black one coming. That's a very hard to find one. Probably one of the grail pieces for the Cadillac lowriders. We do have those coming. I'm hoping that everything is legit with those and the paint's not bad. That's the one thing you have to worry about cars when they're 20 some years old and such, that the paint quality may not be that good because of paint rash and stuff. But that's the one thing good about Revell. I've only had one car out of the 40, well, not 40, but say 30 that I've bought over the past month or so. Only one of them have had a little bit of paint rash, and I had to do some work on it, but it came out okay. It was one of the 77 Monte Carlos in a totally plastic clamshell. So hopefully we don't run into that anymore. I'm trying to avoid the ones that are totally sealed in a clamshell. The ones with the blister on cardboard are the ones that I like to buy, or I like to buy them loose so I can be for sure that there's no paint issues. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. We'll be back again, maybe over the weekend. If not, we'll be back on Monday for our Mopar Monday. So be sure to turn on your notification bell so you know when we do drop one of those spontaneous episodes. And enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching.